This is the FG085 generator. I put a 2000 ohm resistor in it so that it works better. Connect the generator and by default the sine wave comes out. The maximum peak voltage is 10 volts, that is, from 0 to +5 and from 0 to -5, each square is 2 volts, therefore 2.5 and 2.5 are 5 volts, 10 volts peak to peak. Which is what I get here, that is the amplitude of the wave. I press amplitude twice to select the amplitude voltage. For example, I'm going to put 8 volts, it has shrunk a little. Can I do it like this, or can I do it by having the amplitude marked with this little wheel? I can vary the voltage by 0.1 and 0.1. Now I have it at 5 volts peak, meaning that from the middle of the wave up it is 2.5 volts and from 0 down as well. I can modify it with the adjustment of 0.1 and 0.1 volts up or down, or by selecting and directly putting the voltage that I want, for example 6 volts, I confirm here. 6 volts peak, that is 3 positive volts and 3 negative volts. Can vary the central axis. I have the axis now at 0. I can vary it from positive to negative with the compensation button called OFS. I press OFS. I can do it with the adjustment or by pressing and directly putting the, for example, let's do the positive. Let's put 3 positive volts to see what it does to us, and we accept. Effectively, it puts it all up because as it is 6 volts and we have raised 3 from the center, we are left with a good 6.1 volts. If I put 9 volts, it is normal for the peak to go below 0. I'm going to put the 0 with the adjustment instead of directly. We go down, we go around, and I put it at 0 now. It is centered, it has 4.5 volts above and -4.5 volts below. If we want to lower it down, we press and we put enter ed directly the compensation, we press the -5, we press OK, and it stays below -5. Comes out cut off because the oscilloscope right now can't show us the whole graph. Compensation can be a maximum of +5 and -5. The amplitude now we have it at 9, we can reach 10 volts, more is not possible. The maximum intensity that it gives us is 86 milliamps. That is, we should put a resistance or impedance of 116 ohms as a minimum. I'm going to center the wave. We're going to go to the frequency. We select the frequency, we can press again and directly put the frequency that we want, for example 10 Hertz. Or directly from the adjustment, having it selected from the adjustment. Here it goes 2 by 2 because I have it 2 by 2. If I want it 1 by 1, an asterisk will appear and I put in. Except I press again to accept. Now it goes 1 by 1. Or directly press here again to frequency and directly inside enter the frequency 5 Hertz. I have put two diodes blue letters with a resistance of 1K. The diodes are placed each one in a direction. The upper half wave turns on one and the lower one turns on the other. If I lower the frequency, it goes slower. The type of wave can be changed by pressing the WF button. I'm going to put it square so the LEDs don't turn off and they turn on little by little, they turn off suddenly, and with different shapes we see how the LEDs light up. From 30 Hz, the flickering is not noticeable.